do understand your day is going to get better once your perception gets better. So I am about to make a smoothie, and I wanted to come on. I'm on here because I wanted to know what is the single biggest challenge you have in reaching your goals, achieving your goals. Okay. So I remember for a long time, right? I would hear this person who is a content creator. And I paid for several, a few of her classes. And she's like where I am going to be, okay, for success wise. And I remember she would keep saying how many times to upload, right? And sometimes I would start, I would upload the content and then I would stop the content. I probably post, one day 13 videos, then the next day probably 7 videos, and then the next day, hey, Miss Harden, peace to you, baby, peace to you, peace to you. And then the next day, probably 13 again. But I remember the content creator that courses I had paid for, she was consistent with her message and very consistent with the times that she would post, how many times she would post a day. And I remember I had heard Brian Tracy say, write your goals down each and every day. And I would say, that sounds good, but I wouldn't do it. Like, I would write them down. I was inconsistent. I would write them down, some days, and then some days I wouldn't write them down. And then the same as that content creator that I was listening to. In the last class I had took of hers, she had told us to read the book by Brian Tracy, No Excuses. And in that book, Brian Tracy said the same exact thing he said when I was walking, for exercise walking. And I heard him. He said, write your goals down each and every day. And so one of the things that I had discovered about myself was this. I think a lot of times we say that we are afraid of afraid of failure. But that's really not what it is, okay? Because you've been doing the same thing for so long, okay? And getting the same exact results. But when you start doing something different, you're going to get better results most of the time. Especially if you have a coach and you listen to them. And so what wound up happening was, I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to write my goals down each and every day. And I'm going to read my goals. And so I said that I was going to be monetized on YouTube in April. Okay. I got monetized on YouTube in March. Okay. A month prior. And now I'm on my way to being monetized again, okay? And all of that came from me being consistent, me writing my goals down each and every day, and knowing exactly where I am to know where I'm going. So that's really what I wanted to come on here for, is to see what is the single biggest challenge you have far as hitting your goals. Like what is it that is stopping you, or that you are allowing to stop you from hitting your goals? I want to know. Okay, let me know. Okay, whether you send me an email or whatever. But let me tell you something, friend. If we continuously do the same, we're going to continuously get the same. Okay? And so if you take the step out on faith and understand that there's a way, there's a better way. And perhaps your way is not working. So you got to do something different. Okay? You have to do something different. And my fear was success. That's why I wouldn't write the goals down. That's why I would be inconsistent. Like, I always uploaded, but I would be inconsistent. And when the content creator said upload this many short form videos, upload this many long form videos, and I said, what? But if you want the success that the other person has, you will do it. You will do it. And so that's why I'm on here. I want to know. I want to know. Okay? What is it? What is it that's holding you back? That you allowing to hold you back? What is the single challenge, biggest challenge that you have far as starting that business, starting that channel, okay? Starting your weight loss journey, whatever. What is the single biggest challenge that you currently have right now? Let me know. All right, I'm using this triple berry blend. And you know what was crazy? Well, it's something that has to be holding you back, Miss Hardin. It's preparation. All right, what you mean? Prepare. I know, preparation, preparing. All right. I'm gonna share this with you guys too. When I had started with my goals, right? I remember also listening to Bob Proctor. So I listened to successful people, right? And I remember one of the things Bob Proctor said was, he said, what time do you wake up in the morning and begin to study? And one of the things he said was, he said, putting everything to action. You got to start it. Let me tell you something. If you don't start your goals today, next year you're going to be saying the same exact thing. If you don't take the leap out on faith and do it, and a lot of times it's because we're too much in our head, right? Like we telling ourselves, all these different things like, oh, well, I don't have enough, or, I'm not smart enough, or I'm not exactly where I want to be. None of that matters. You're qualified, okay? You're qualified. But you have to show up. And so, talking about preparation, I remember listening to Bob Proctor, and one of the things he said, what time do you wake up? He said, because I can almost guarantee you that you wake up the same exact time each and every day. He also said, if you stay in the bed all day, you are staying in the bed all day because it's a routine, it's a pattern, it's your paradigm, okay? That's what you've seen growing up, and that's what you do. And remember, when I first came on here, back on here, I would do a lot of videos in the bed, right? And then, and I remember this one time, I was talking about success and stuff like that, and it was this one guy on my TikTok who said, "Yeah, but you in the bag." And I was saying the difference between the successful people and stuff, and he was like, "Yeah, but you in the bag." And at that moment, I looked at that, and I still didn't get out the bed. But I looked at that and I said, "You absolutely right." And that comes from when I was a kid. I used to see the person who pretty much raised me, they would pretty much be in a bag. And so that's what I would do, okay? But when I heard Bob Proctor say, "What time do you get up?" And he said, "I believe everybody should be part of the 6 o'clock club." What you think I started doing? I started getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Some mornings at 1 o'clock in the morning. And I may, when I get up at 1 o'clock in the morning, I may go back to sleep for like 2 hours or so, but then I'm right back up. So I'm always, because this is one of the things that you have to understand. Your life, it doesn't change by accident. Okay? Your life change because you decide for it to change. And so I know my children have to be at school by 8:30, okay? And so I know if I wake up at 7 o'clock and I'm studying at 7 o'clock, I'm not giving myself enough time. So by me waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm giving myself enough time to study, to meditate, to go over my goals, to see where I am, see how much I have grown from the previous day. And you know what shows it? The results. The results on my social media channel. It shows it. So if you don't know what's holding you back, and I think for a lot of us, it would have been, in my situation, I would say, "Oh, because when I make the $20,000 a month, then I'm getting off Section 8. But then I had to go back and say, "But it was a time where as though you wasn't on Section 8 before. And when you was afraid to get your first apartment, okay, and you did it. And you accomplished it. And then you had fears wrapped around that, and you still was able to succeed." And so that's the same as that concept that you have to understand. That you was able to do it before, and you can do it again. But you have to be honest with yourself. What is it that's holding you back? What is the biggest challenge that's holding you back from achieving your goals? Hey, Anna, peace here, baby. Peace here, peace here. Okay, so I'm a blend this real quick. Let me tell you what goals do. Let me tell you what goals do. Oh, I'm doing great. Let me tell you what goals do. So, a few months ago, I kept saying, you know what? I'm gonna be monetized on YouTube. I'm gonna be monetized. I'm gonna be monetized. I didn't know. Like I knew uploading videos, yeah, you know. But I didn't know exactly what it was going to do. Okay. Hey Tyler, peace here, baby, peace here, peace here. And so what wound up happening was this. When I start writing my goals down, one second, because I wanna show you guys in real time. I brought this notebook like I think last month, right? And when I started writing my goals down, it gave me a visual, right? Like how long it's going to take a roundabout, right? How long is it going to take for you to become monetized on YouTube, right? It gave me a roundabout. And I kept saying April, okay? But my whole idea was I'm going to upload 15 to 20 videos a day. And then I'm going to upload, and that's short form. And then I'm going to upload 3 long form videos per day. And so it was like the map, right? The map was what I'm going to do, how I'm going to get to my destination. How am I going to get to being monetized on YouTube? Okay. And I start showing up. I start being consistent. I start visualizing myself. Just imagine this. And I tell you guys all the time, you know, about visualization. Imagine that the thing, I don't know what some of you guys want to do. You could put in the chat, like what is some of your goals? You know, like what is some of the things that if money was in an issue, what would you be doing? Okay. So I started doing the videos. I didn't have time. I don't have time to say, well, what if this don't work? No. What I do is I turn my camera on. You know why? Because I visualize. I visualize myself, me and my children, having the money to go to the stores to go shopping. I visualize and visualize yourself. What would your life look like if you started doing those goals? What would your life look like? How would your life change if you start showing up for yourself? If you get rid of the excuses, if you stop telling yourself that you need more time, if you stop telling yourself that you're not qualified, what would your life look like? Because I guarantee you it'll look way better than what it looks like right now. I guarantee you your life will look better than how it look right now. I guarantee you. And so if you want your life to change, you have to change. And so since that was my biggest, challenge, I'm afraid of being successful. And I never forgot Peach McIntyre, who class I took, one of the things she said, write down your biggest fears. And I wrote my biggest fears down. The fear of me being off Section 8 because I'm successful. And it was good taking a program from her because she was on Section 8 too. And now she's a 6-figure earner from social media. And she said, visualize those things happening. You being off Section 8. Visualize that, those scenarios happening. Visualize it. And then I visualized it. You know, me and my family living a life that we truly desire and we deserve. Visualize yourself going to whatever place it is that you want to go to, whatever city, whatever town, whatever country it is. Money is not an issue. And you waking up each and every morning excited about life. Not like a drag or a bore, or you know what, you gotta go to that job that you hate so much, but you actually excited because you are doing the thing that you love to do. And that's my question. What is the single biggest challenge you have that's keeping you from achieving your goals? So, know that that challenge is not as powerful as you are. But if you don't show up, and if you don't do the work, your life is going to be the same exact way next year too. Until you decide that you want better. And with that being said, I love you guys. Rock out, believe in yourself, keep going, keep growing. Do understand that you have what it takes. And know that there's a better way. Because it truly is. But you have to do something different. Until next time. Peace.